And then if you are Ghanaian and you pronounce God, we pronounce God. You don't need to say God and all these things. I mean, what? God. Many people, once they get into the spirit, they become Americans. I mean, why? Do you have to become an American before people will listen to you? No. The first time I went to America and I was preaching, I'll quote maybe Luke chapter 20. Then I know that these people, they'll say 20 and all that. So I started Luke chapter 20. After a while, I was tired. And then you see young people, either PRWC or TS, and they carry big towels. And then when they are preaching, they put it on their I've been seeing these things. Yeah. They put it on their shoulders. They are in the spirit. They are charged. If you are in the spirit, let the cripple rise. Simple. You don't need big towels before the cripple will rise. Some of these things, let's keep to our Pentecostal simplicity. Please, let's keep to it. And then, when you are coming to preach, prepare well. Have time in the presence of God. And then from the presence of God, come and stand in the presence of people. That's all. And allow God to speak through you. You see, the greatest thing that all of us should fear is standing in the stead of God. So when you come here, it's not about big towels. It's about God. How are you going to flow through me to reach the other person? Yeah, that's all. And then if you are Ghanaian and you pronounce God, we pronounce God. You don't need to say God and all these things. I mean, what? God. Many people, once they get into the spirit, they become Americans. I mean, why? Do you have to become an American before people will listen to you? No. The first time I went to America and I was preaching, I'll quote maybe Luke chapter 20. Then I know that these people, they'll say 20 and all that. So I started Luke chapter 20. After a while, I was tired. I realized I was just disturbing myself. If I say 20 and you don't, and you will not hear, go call baby. Now, don't let us disturb our spirits. No, not at all. You just be simple and do what you can do. Leave the rest to God. I tried. After 15 minutes, I realized I was suffering too much because I had to pay attention to 20, 30. Oh. Meanwhile, the people I'm preaching to, some of them to say, okay, let me move on. And welcoming parties. We have to look for efficient ushering and welcoming parties to manage the PRWCs well. Excellence in the approach to ministry. Excellence in the approach to ministry in times of effective use of time. Now, we don't want PRWCs to have a convention and go beyond 3 hours, 4 hours. No. 2 hours of service is enough. We are having the African Cup of Nations now. Now, 2 hours. One match is how many minutes? 90 minutes. So 90 plus 90 will be what? 1. So it will be how many hours? 3 hours. So that is how long 2 hours is. If you take the half times, you would have played 2 matches. You would have finished Ghana and Ivory Coast, and you have played Mozambique and Guinea. Yeah, that is what it means. So 2 hours is long. It's long. So if you want to manage 2 hours effectively in a church, you can. You can. And so staying in church for 5 hours, 4 hours, why I say this? It was a convention. It means you would have played 5 matches. That is how long these hours are. So let's manage the time and preach effectively. So sometimes you don't have to give the people too much time. Give them a little time so that they can dwell on the word of God. Don't let us waste too much time when we are in church. I'm not against tarry meetings. When we decide that today we are going to pray, we are going to wait upon God, fine. But don't let our churches' services drag, especially in the PIWCs. And so we're also looking at location of such churches. They must be strategic. When you are starting a new PIWC, please be careful of the location. The church is an organization. So locating a church is like locating any other industry. If you really want it to grow, locate it well. Strategically. You see, there is this church, Latter-day Saints. You see that they are always very close to the main road. Very, very strategic. But we too sometimes very close to the next toilet. And these things are not too good. And it's as if, put a lot of thought in it. Don't just say that the people will come. No, put a lot of thought in it. When you are establishing churches and you have grace, buy the land at strategic places if you can buy. Sometimes they are expensive, but they pay off in the long run, where it is much more accessible than hiding the churches in the communities. They should have strong media presence. They should also try and have these audio-visual gadgets, very sharp ones. I went to a certain church and I asked the pastor whether I can present my slides, and so you can do it. So okay. So because I just checked around the room, I was not seeing anything that will help me, and so I can do it. So not knowing that they had this old projector, and it was early morning Sunday, and so I gave him my slides. Early morning Ghana Sunday, normal Sunday. By 10 o'clock, nothing was showing. Yeah, nothing. Because you can't see the images. You can't see the images. So I asked Osoph, is that all that you can do? This age. Let's think about the future. At least buy televisions. Buy televisions. Instead of sitting with this old projector. And this one does not go for just PIWCs. For all our churches, times have changed. Let's make our church much more modern. Times have changed. And so make the church modern. Make the church modern. Another person responded that, they are going to buy a new one. Somebody has even given him money to buy the television. But why are you keeping the money? So I told him that I'll visit that same assembly the following week, because I want him to use the money to buy the TV. The man has given you money to buy television and it's in your pocket. Buy the television. And then there must be powerful spirits, anointed praise and worship teams in all our churches. Powerful spirit, anointed praise and worship teams. When we were in PIWC Atomic, the choir will come around 6 a.m. in the morning. They'll pray for 1 hour before they start ministering at 7 o'clock. And those times, if you don't join them very early in the morning in prayer, they wouldn't even allow you to minister. The issue is not about turning ourselves. It's about the impact that ministry makes. The impact that ministry makes. And so let us make sure that our music teams are spirit-filled, spirit-directed, so they can bless the churches. And then we need spirit-inspired messages and prayer times. So pastors, let's prepare well. Anytime that you are going to church, enter the church house as a general. Somebody who has a message, so that your message will bring liberation to people.